Centuries ago, the people of Salisbury would have come to their cathedral to pray for deliverance from the Black Death. Now it's the vaccine that gives them hope against a modern plague. Local GPs turned the transept into a clinic with the aim of immunising more than 1,000 of the most vulnerable to COVID. Any nerves soothed by music played on the cathedral's famous organ. Ada Watkins is 90, but feels she's jumped the queue.
I think really and truly I shouldn't have had it because I think the young people ought to have it first. But I'm doing as I'm told. But I really do feel guilty about it.
In the rush to roll out the vaccine, the most improbable buildings are being used. It's expected that 7 more mass vaccination hubs will open up next week, including Bournemouth International Conference Centre. Almost half of all those over 80 have now had their jabs. For these doctors, it may well be the most important medical procedure of their careers.
We know that if we vaccinate 20 people today, we're going to likely save 1 life, which is remarkable. The number of people we're vaccinating and therefore, in theory, the number of lives that we're saving is absolutely fantastic.
The NHS is confident that it's on track with a rollout. The first appointment letters for the 5.5 million over 70s could be sent any day now.
There is no evidence that any of the new variants of the virus are resistant to the vaccines, but there is concern, particularly about the variant that has evolved in Brazil. And scientists are keeping a close eye on virus samples here in the UK for any sign that it has already spread.
This is how the Kent variant spread rapidly in just 1 month, starting in the southeast of England, then sweeping the country. It shows the danger of more transmissible versions of the virus.
This is a positive story for the UK in that the lighthouses can see the variant and they're looking out to the horizon now to make sure that as new variants arise, we can see those too and track them effectively.
But there are concerns that the vaccine can't be made fast enough. Pfizer has temporarily reduced deliveries while it upgrades its production facilities to meet global demand.
The factory producing this has a certain capacity, and obviously the world is screaming for vaccine, and they need to make changes in the factory so that they get a higher capacity and can get more out. But you can't sort of repair a car while it's rolling. You've got to stop it, do the work, start it again, and off you go.
The NHS does have the Oxford jab, and the government says there is still plenty to go around. Doctors are injecting it as fast as they can, but rarely in a more spectacular setting. Thomas Moore, Sky News in Salisbury.